Hooked On Fishing was brought to you by Matamata Sports World. For all your friendly advice and service, see us first. Hi, Chris Bungard, helping you plan your weekend's fishing. Well, if you're in the farming fraternity or even if your garden needs a bit of water, you might be in good news this weekend. There looks like a little bit of rain around, not a huge amount. I don't think it's going to affect the rivers and streams around the place as far as fishing goes, but let's hope it might make a few more mushrooms grow. There's a few of them have been around the places. If you've been wandering around the streams and rivers around the place, but look, I've got to say there's some excellent fishing happening around the place at the moment. The autumn fishing is really good, whether it be freshwater or saltwater. Now, some of these little streams around the place, they are carrying some nice numbers of fish at the moment. But one of the hot areas at the moment is McLaren's Falls. Now, that up on the Kaimais there, I've been talking to a few of the local boys who have been sneaking up there. There's a new lure that they're trying to, it's a rubberized lure. Looks like a brown, well, there's one that looks like a brown trout, one looks like a rainbow trout. They are working really well. So if you cruising past the shop, just pop in and I'll show you what they're using. But I won't give away any real secrets, but put it this way, McLaren's Falls, the canals and those areas up there, they're getting some lovely fish up there. Up to 7.5 pound, in fact. Young Paul Collins from Matamata Automotive, they got a couple of beauties up there the other day. So well done to you guys. You're getting out and about and you are taking advantage of the fishing that's to be had in our local streams around here. I've said it many a time on the show, I know that, but I've got to just reiterate that it is fantastic. We're so blessed. Arapuni and Karapiro at the moment, they're fishing really well. The upper reaches of Arapuni up by the little Waipapa, by the Waipapa Dam there, the little Tumai stream and the Mangafu, those little streams coming in. The surface temperature of the lake's still warm enough that those cold streams are attracting fish, they're holding them. Fish in those stream mouths and you can have an absolute ball. So give it a go if you get a chance. In the Rotorua region, talking to Glenn Skinner down there who runs the Trout Connection, who actually owns and operates it, a very, very well-known guide. He tells me Lake Rotorua itself is fishing really well at the moment. Early morning harling and trolling down off the airport, right down to the big Maori Pa that's there, and down to the Ohau Channel, that area there. Also through into Rotowidi. Now, Rotowidi's producing some beautiful fish jigging at the moment, and on Tararua they had a tournament last week. The best fish was about 10 pounds, so there's some beauties in there. And this time of the year, with a little bit of chill in the air now, it's just starting to highlight that early morning harling and the jigging during the daytime. So if you get a chance, have a look down there. In the Taupo region, Ken Duncan, who's a well-known fishing guru in that area, he tells me the smaller stream, like the Waitanui and the Tauranga Taupo, getting some nice fish out of there at the moment. Little weighted nymphs during the daytime, and in the evening at that change of light, the little imitative dry fly patterns. But he said during the day is probably the best bet at the moment, believe it or not, in some of those a bit deeper pools, and get those little weighted nymphs down into that deeper water where the fast water ends, if you like, getting some nice ones in there. On the sea fishing, well, I've got to mention Kawhia and Raglan again. It is really producing some beautiful fish out there at the moment. Dwayne Penny, who owns and operates the Clansman, gosh, he's getting some lovely snapper. Now, they're getting them anything from 20 metres of water right out to 60. Dwayne tells me that the best fish at the moment seem to be coming from around that 60 metre mark. There's albacore out there at the moment, there's skippies. Now, while they're snapper fishing, they're getting some huge gurnet. I'm talking gurnet as big as your forearm. They're absolutely beautiful. And gee, they're a wonderful table fish, aren't they? Out at Gannett Rock, which is down from Kawhia down towards Raglan a wee bit, they're getting some nice kingies around there at the moment. Not a lot of big ones, because there's a lot of small ones there probably taking their jig and your live bait before the big ones can get it. But persevere, because there is some beauties in there as well. Out on the deeper water, like the 60 metre out to the 100 metre line, there's a few marlin around. In fact, I put to you that if you want to catch a marlin, the best place at the moment is still the west coast. Raglan, Kawhia, Port Waikato, the Manukau, anywhere along that west coast is the best shot, really. Amount of boats that are out there per marlin caught, it'll leave the east coast for dead. In the Coromandel region, well, some beautiful snapper coming there last week. Saturday, the Dench family helped run, or organised really, a inaugural ladies or naughty girls tournament in Matamata here. Now, it was a great success for them. They got over 30 anglers, so well done. Now, Karina Kendrick, or Lippy we call her, that works for us in the shop here, her and her mum and her friend and her dad took them up to the Coromandel. They got up there early, they were there on the boat ramp by 6 o'clock in the morning. They got some lovely snapper. Val Kendrick, she took out the heaviest snapper. It was around about 13 pound or 6 kilos in the new terminology. Well, it's been in for a while now, to be fair, Chris, so I suppose it's not really new, but beautiful fish. Nice snapper, and they got them in the farm straight out from Waikowau Bay. So some good fish out there at the moment. You got low tide at the moment around about 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, and high tide in the afternoon about 2:30. So get there in the morning, fish that turn of the tide, and then the incoming during the day should be really good. The tides are getting smaller now, so there won't be as much tide run on those outer farms. Over the hill into the Mercury Bay region and down into the Bay of Plenty and that sort of thing, still a few marlin around. A lot of guys are going out there and seeing nothing, but there's the odd boat around that, boy, are they having some luck. There was a boat went out on Sunday and they got 6 marlin. That's right, 6 marlin. They let them all go, kept one, but tagged and released the rest. They just got onto a rosy patch of course and it was fantastic. Vaughan Mitchell, my partner, and Leander, they went out to Motiti the other night fishing on the knoll in the evening, and they got some beautiful snapper stray lining off there, so you might like to give that a go if you get a chance. If you'd like a new reel, well, why not? All of us fishers would love a new reel. You can get in the draw for a fabulous reel from Kilwell. Of course, they've got some wonderful fishing gear down there. Give us a call, get yourself in the draw by calling 0508 64 7462. That number again, 0508 64 7462. This has been Chris Bungard helping you plan your weekend's fishing. Hooked on Fishing was brought to you by Matamata Sports World. For all your friendly advice and service, see us first.